Welcome to Active Living at the Active Life. We are a monthly television show that concentrates on older adult activity and programs in Troup County. Today we are blessed to have with us two individuals from LaGrange Active Life. Molly Jones, the site manager, and then Mildred Smith, a volunteer leadership team member that helps me plan out day trips. Thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about travel. And travel is a big part of the active life in LaGrange, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
From day trips to multi-day trips, and some of those multi-day trips being international. And I want us to start off with your expertise, and that's our day trips of trips. How long have you been traveling with the LaGrange Center?
I've been traveling for about 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
And I've enjoyed it, every minute of it.
And how long have you been on the leadership team?
I've been on the leadership team a year.
Okay. A little over a year. Okay. And so we try to find trips, right, that are interesting for older adults. And so let's talk about some of the trips that are planned to come up, and then we could also talk about some previous day trips that stand out in your mind.
Well, we got an exciting trip next month for Talladega Speedway.
Yeah.
I think everybody's excited about that. We got the Butner and the shopping trip.
Yes.
And everybody loved to go to Butner.
Yes.
They have some really good food. And then we also have the Braves game.
Ah, okay, and all being signed up in the month of May.
Right.
Well, let's talk about each one of those a little bit. The Talladega Supermotor Speedway in Alabama. And so what will what will be involved in that trip?
Well, on that trip, we're going to eat at Golden Corral.
Okay.
And I've never been on that trip.
Okay.
And
so just a general tour.
It's just a general
of the speed.
tour.
Okay. And I think they have a museum of a NASCAR museum there that will also be included. So that'll be a good day of a lot of activity of, I think, checking out the speedway and maybe going to some of the fancy booths or places that people can watch the race from, and then also getting a chance to look at old sports cars, some NASCAR.
Well, I heard it was a very good trip.
Okay.
I'm excited to go because I've never been.
Okay, and then we've got a shopping trip, Tanger Outlet, and that's in Locust Grove, Georgia.
Right.
And have you been to Locust Grove, to the Tanger Outlet?
Yes, I went the last time we went. And it was very exciting. You know, women love to shop.
And I think, Molly, you're driving on that trip as well as Talladega.
Yes.
And so you'll be taking them first to shop, and then until they drop.
And then when they work up their appetite, we'll go eat.
So Butner's is great. Have you been to Butner's before?
Butner's.
Tell us a little bit about that restaurant, because a lot of the trips that you plan have restaurants that are a part of that are interesting, and certainly Butner's fits that category.
It's such a good, they have such good food, and you have such variety of choices, and it's a carousel, and you just get whatever you want.
Wow.
It is just so good.
I know, that big Lazy Susan in the middle of that, and you spin it around, and they just keep bringing food out in big containers for you.
And it is so good.
Making me hungry think about that. That is a good one. Now, I know also in this month, Molly, we have an area picnic.
Yes.
And this is an annual event. What is involved with that? Is that just for LaGrange Center, or is it for other centers?
It's for the several counties, about 13 counties, I believe, that are in the Three Rivers Area Agency on Aging, the Southern Crescent. So we get together for the day, and we'll be at Roopville Baptist Church. Be about 600 people.
Wow, 600.
And do lunch and have entertainment and play games and just fellowship with each other.
Oh,
it's a good time.
That's good. That's good. And they have entertainment as a part of that too?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good event. And then the other event we were talking about signing up for is the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, the Atlanta Braves is in their new stadium, SunTrust Stadium, and where the seats are much better and you're closer to the action. I think, Molly, you'll be driving on that one too, and
Yes.
you're taking how many buses on that?
2 buses.
2 buses, okay.
2, so 64 people.
64, that's a big group then to see the game. Do you remember who the Braves are playing
I
against?
believe it's the Mets.
Ah, good, the New York Mets. So that'll be a good game. And so what is involved on that? Do people eat at the stadium, or do you stop to eat before? Or?
They'll eat at the stadium.
Okay.
They're on their own for lunch.
Okay.
We'll get them there and take them home, but they can just enjoy the stadium and the game and look around.
Wow. So you've been traveling with the Act of Life a long time, Mildred. What drew you to the trips, and why did you keep on attending them, and now you're helping to plan them?
Well, my sister, the sister that lived with me, she was telling me about it. And I said, well, when I retire, I think I'll go over there. And so when I first came, well, it took me a while to get used to it because I was so used to working. And so, but when I started, the people were so friendly. And so I said, yeah, this is the place I need to be since I retired. And I just enjoy the trips.
Wow.
And I just love it.
Oh, that's good. You get to know people, right? New people, and you get to see things that you might not have seen before.
And get to go on trips that I've never, ever thought I would ever go. And I've been on 3 international trips.
Wow.
And I just love it.
That is amazing. Well, before we look at the multi-day trips, for Molly, you've been driving for over a year now.
Yes.
And coming to some of the trips. What are some past trips that stand out to you as interesting, either one of you, that you especially enjoyed?
Now, the one that I enjoyed the most was the Hawaiian trip.
No, I'm talking about day trips.
Oh, day trips.
If you made that in a day, you're going pretty fast. that was one of our first, one of our long day trips.
The long day trip that I went on was the one that we went to the Billy Graham Museum.
Oh yeah, we did that all in one day. That was
long,
amazing.
But it was good.
It was
I really
all the way up to
enjoyed that.
North Carolina. That's probably that definitely is our longest one.
Yeah.
We got up very early in the morning and got back late at night. What about you, Molly? Have any of the trips you've driven that stand out that you enjoyed?
I enjoy them all. We just went to Stone Mountain on Friday, and that was, I'd never been there, so that was wonderful to experience.
And what did you do at Stone Mountain Park?
We did the sky lift.
Okay.
We did that and then walked around the mountain. Beautiful view. It was a beautiful day. Then we rode the train.
Okay.
And we kind of spent some time in the Crossroads area where we shopped and ate lunch, and
Nice.
very nice. It was a great experience. We took about 49 people.
Okay. So it was a beautiful day too.
It was, absolutely. But the one that really stands out in my mind is our eclipse trip.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That was a day I'll never forget.
And that was a long day, not just because of the distance. We went all the way up to Dillard, Georgia, and got to see an amazing total eclipse. And what time did we get back?
Midnight.
And it was, and if there was no traffic, we would have probably got back at 7 or
maybe.
Yeah.
7 or something. It was a long day because of the traffic.
Day,
Everybody was in North Georgia for the total eclipse. Well, let's move over to multi-day trips. We've taken many of those, and you've participated in a lot of the multi-day trips, and you talked about the Hawaii. There's some other multi-day trips that stand out in your mind that are not international, but just domestic ones that we went. Did you go to New York City?
Oh, yes.
And did you enjoy that?
I really did. I really enjoyed New York. And the shows, and got to see 9/11. It was so exciting.
Amazing. So all around we take those, and some of them shorter, like to Pigeon Forge, and then longer ones like that to New York or Niagara Falls that we've gone on.
That was good.
Yes.
And the one to Memphis, we got to see Elvis Museum. And
I thought you said you got to see Elvis. That would
no.
I know he's retired somewhere in that area.
There's still rumors.
And that new hotel.
Yes, the Graceland, Graceland guest house, I think.
Yeah, guest house.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And they had a huge theater, and they were showing Elvis movies continuously on that. Well, let's talk about some upcoming trips. About to take a trip to Michigan, and then we'll be signing up in the month of May, in mid-May, for a trip to
Maine and Boston.
Oh, okay, Boston, Massachusetts, and Maine. That will be fascinating.
Yes.
So I believe the date for that, the sign up will be on May the 18th, and those trips fill up quickly.
They do.
So we'll have brochures available at the front desk for anybody. These trips are open to anybody 55 and older, and they're great. And then coming up in June, I think there's going to be a preview for the next international trip in 2019. I've got the brochure right here. It's to Spain and Portugal. And so we'll have a preview meeting. I think is it June the...
Oh, I don't know.
June the 11th.
Yeah.
June the 11th.
Okay.
And all three centers, West Point and Hogansville and LaGrange, will have a preview session. So wherever you live in the Troup County area, you could be able to go to that. I think Hogansville is first at 10:30. 1:30 at West Point, and then 5:15 in LaGrange.
Okay.
And so plenty of opportunity. Well, those are some trips that we wanted to mention, and if you want to come to the center and really get active and travel, that's one way you can do it. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back and look at many more opportunities that are available here at the Active Life in LaGrange.
What can you recycle?
Does the city recycle plastic?
Yes, the city recycles plastic. We accept bottles, containers, and jugs.
Please rinse and clean them.
Because if you don't, they're considered contaminated. And contaminated items are thrown away.
Plastic bags are not accepted.
No grocery bags, no dry cleaning bags, and no trash bags. Does the city recycle tin and aluminum?
Yes, the city recycles those items. But all items must be rinsed and cleaned.
Don't put these items in plastic bags.
Because if they're not clean, they're contaminated.
And all contaminated items are thrown away.
Does the city recycle cardboard, newspapers, or magazines?
Yes, the city accepts these items.
Cardboard boxes need to be broken down.
And packing materials must be removed.
If the cardboard isn't broken down, it's contaminated.
And those items are thrown away.
If the items are too big, place it by the bin.
Did you know that 30% of our curbside recycling is contaminated and thrown away?
Please help our community and our environment and recycle smart.
Please help.
Recycle is smart.
Recycle smart! Recycle smart! Recycle smart!
Welcome back to Active Living at the Active Life. We are talking about activities and programs at the LaGrange Active Life, 140 Ragland Street. in LaGrange, near the post office, the Calumet area. Molly, welcome back.
Thank you.
Let's talk about some of the activities going on during the month of May that people may want to know about. Every month you have dances.
Yes.
At the center. Let's talk about the different dances that are available, and is there any, if there's a special dance during the month of May, we could talk about that.
Well, every month we have, on the second Friday, we have a ballroom dance. We have a live band, Mike Skipper, that goes from 8 to 10, and we have a complimentary dance lesson at 7 that is taught by Cody Wayne Foote. He's our ballroom dance instructor. He teaches lessons on Thursdays, but he does a complimentary dance lesson, and then we have 2 hours of ballroom dancing, and it's a really enjoyable
that sounds
time.
great. So a demonstration where you can learn a new dance.
Yes.
Okay, and that's at 7 o'clock,
That goes
and
from-
then
right.
okay, and then the dance time would
Is
be
8 to 10.
8 to 10. Okay,
Yeah,
and that you said, is it the second Friday of each month?
Second Friday of every month.
Okay,
Yes.
at the LaGrange Wellness Center.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great.
And then on the third Saturday of every month, we have a country music dance, and the band is Jimmy Smith and the New River Band, and they occasionally have guest players, but they go their dances from 7 to 10, and it is, of course I didn't mention the cost, but the cost is $6 a person.
Okay.
Ballroom dance is $20 a couple. So there's a difference there.
$10 a person
Right.
there. Okay.
So yeah, would love for people to join us.
And I noticed that during the month of May there is a special dance. It's called the Casual Afternoon Dance on the 22nd, which is a Tuesday afternoon. Tell me a little bit about that.
We have a gentleman, his name is Dave Hawkins. DJ Hawkins is what he goes by. And he has approached us about doing dances during the day and using his equipment. So this will be our second dance. No, our third day dance.
Okay.
We had a Halloween one, then we had a Valentine's Day one. So this will be our third one. It's just going to be like a garden theme. And
is there a cost to this dance?
There is no cost. We'll have.
How does that happen? How do you have a free dance?
Well, we have a sponsor.
Oh, okay. Who is that?
First Realty
Okay.
is sponsoring this dance, and they sponsored the Valentine's Day dance. So we are always looking for sponsors, and we greatly appreciate those that we have.
Okay.
So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Wow. And the time again?
Is from 1 to 3.
1 to 3
Yes.
o'clock. That's great. So plenty of opportunities to dance. Now, I noticed on your schedule here that you have line dancing how many times a week?
We have line dancing 5 times a week.
5 times a week?
Yes. We have a beginner class on Mondays at 1. We have an another beginner class Tuesdays at 5:45.
Okay.
Advanced class Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and both of those evening classes are open to adults of all ages.
Okay.
And then Wednesday at 1 is an intermediate class, and Thursday at 1 is another advanced class.
Excellent. So 5 opportunities, depending on a person's skill or where they, if they're new or not.
There's no cost for any of those dances.
Now, how does that work? Is that sponsored, or how do you have?
We have volunteers.
Okay.
They give of their time. They're wonderful volunteers, and they love teaching.
That is.
So we are, again,
and I've seen it before. They pack out those classes.
We usually have 25 to 30 or more people. Yes, it's amazing.
It is, and that's, I guess, like all the dancing. It's not only fun, but there is exercise. You're exercising, getting in shape.
Right.
And I read an article recently about how dance helps to memorizing the steps or learning the moves and all. Actually, is good for you and helps to prevent dementia in some. So that's
keeps your brain stimulated.
That is fascinating. So plenty of dance opportunities.
Lots of those.
Let's look also, you've got wonderful Wednesday programs, and they happen every Wednesday during the month of May, or almost every Wednesday, and you've got a wide variety. Tell me, okay, you've got one on elder abuse. It looks like you have an investigator from the Troup County Sheriff's Office talking about elder abuse.
Yes,
okay.
And we actually did a video. The center did a video, kind of collaborated with other organizations a few years back, so I'm not sure if they'll use that video or not.
Okay.
But
team trivia.
That again is with our DJ
Okay.
Hawkins.
But it says he's a moderator at that event.
This will be our third trivia event, and it has been a huge success. We do it before lunch. They have great prizes and just a lot of fun.
Okay. And it looks like you've got a doctor coming in talking about female urological concerns, a physical therapist talking about balance and strength. So a lot of different interesting programs. And part of that, I guess, is to try to keep older adults informed.
Right.
Okay.
Target every area.
During the month of May, you've got Golden Olympics.
Yes, that's a great week that we have.
Okay, and I list some of the events in the calendar. And I'm cheating, but this is the beautiful calendar they can pick up.
Yes.
In the front lobby of the Active Life.
And we also have them
describes
at Troup County Parks and Rec.
Okay.
And even the Chamber of Commerce has them.
All right, so they could pick them up from either of those locations. And so amazing, you've got a week-long tournaments, looks like 10 or 11 tournaments, and I noticed that another, looks like sponsorship, there's an air-conditioned tent provided by Jackson Services.
Yes, this will be a first time we'll have that.
And you have some of the events taking place in that.
Yes.
Okay. So it doesn't matter how hot it is outside.
Exactly. They'll have somewhere to cool to go.
Somewhere cool for that. There's a Mayor's Wellness Walk. What takes place at that event?
After our week of Golden Olympics, the winners, we present, the mayor comes to the mall. We meet at LaGrange Mall, and the mayor does a little bit of a talk about, encouraging them to continue to live healthy, exercise, eat well, and then we present the medals to the winners of those events during Golden Olympics.
All right.
So, and they get a free T-shirt if they're there.
Okay, what T-shirts do they receive?
They get one of our new logoed wellness Active Life T-shirts.
Is that what's on your? Is that the new logo? It's
what's
beautiful.
on my name badge. Yeah. Yes, our beautiful sunshine.
Okay, so they can pick that up. For the first, it says 125 people that come to that event at the LaGrange Mall. Sounds great.
And it's very popular.
Well, let's look at. just one activity after another that you've got going on. You got a rock painting class. It looks like Tuesdays at 1.
We'll have
okay,
for
is
the
that
first
new?
time.
Okay.
Yeah, we were blessed with the someone came and hid rocks all around the center in our property, and that really piqued people's interest. So we had somebody come to us and offer to do the rock painting class. So we're going to do that, I think 4 Tuesdays in May.
In May. Tuesdays at 1 p.m.
Yes, we've already got several people signed up for that, and there's no cost for that. There's a teacher sorority that will be donating the supplies for that and teaching it.
Excellent.
So,
automotive safety inspection. That's coming up early May. What is involved in that?
Well, we've got a group of volunteers who will do a 10-point inspection on your car, check your oil, check your lights, check your washer fluid, check your tires, and just give you a little checklist of what might need to be looked at.
All right.
So, yeah, it's very good.
And it's all free.
It is. It's all free.
I see you have a Medicare information booth. And,
yes, that's a monthly thing.
And that's monthly. Does that help people with their Medicare issues? Or if somebody is just about to turn to that magic age where they'll need to sign up for it, they could come and get information here at that booth?
Yes, that's through Three Rivers.
Okay.
And so they provide that for us.
Now, I noticed you got Catfish Supper.
We do.
And it says there's some special event surrounding Catfish Supper in May?
Catfish is always the second Friday, same as the ballroom dance, but it's at 5:30. You have to have your ticket before 1 o'clock that day. And this coming month, we are having an antique car show. So we had one of our instructors come to us and say that they thought it would be something fun that their group would like to do. So we're hoping to have a good turnout for that.
Nice.
We haven't had an antique car show since I've been there.
Now, how much does it cost to attend the Catfish Supper?
Catfish dinner is $7 a person.
All right.
Obviously, there's no cost for the car show.
And I've heard the last couple of Catfish they sold out.
Yes,
so,
they've sold out early.
So they need to. When will you start signing up?
We'll start tomorrow.
At the beginning of May.
Yes, 1st of May.
Great. And so I'm looking through, got a Mother's Day celebration, a cooking class. That's interesting. It says for cancer prevention.
Right.
So people would sign up for that at the front desk?
Yes.
Okay.
It's filled at this point, but we will take standby.
Take standby for that?
Yes.
And Poplar Creek Movie Day, what is that?
Well, Poplar Creek this is the 3rd year of paying for our movie license. Any organization that shows movies has to have a license to do that. So Poplar Creek has graciously done that for us, 3rd year in a row, and this month we're showing Goodbye Christopher Robin.
Okay.
And
so this is a monthly event.
Yes.
It's free.
It is free. We do popcorn and soda, kind of an intermission where we give them soda and popcorn. And
which Friday is that on?
That's the 3rd Friday.
3rd Friday.
Third Friday of every month. At 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes, right after lunch.
Excellent, excellent. So many things. A free balance and strength training. It looks like this is from the physical therapy at Wellstar comes and does a test. That's a free test that they're offering?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so
does anybody have to sign up for that?
We give out numbers in the morning, and then they just call you by number.
Wow. Well, Molly, amazing. So if you live in the LaGrange area and want to get active, the active life is not just a name, it's a philosophy, I guess,
It's definitely a way of life.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for taking time out of your day to learn more about activities and programs for older adults. We're here each month and hope to keep you informed about how you can stay active and healthy. Have a good day.
I'm LaGrange Mayor Jim Thornton.
And I'm Patrick Cruz, Chairman of the Troup County Board of Commissioners. And we've got a question for you.
Have you ever littered?
No. No. Sometimes. I see my dad litter. It's something what you just throw on the floor, and you don't. You just throw things on the floor, and when you don't need to. I just don't like putting in the trash can sometimes, but sometimes I do put them in the trash can. Don't do that. Just a piece of trash on our yard, and I don't like people that litter. He just threw the gun out the window. Just beautiful. If you are littering people, stop littering right now. Don't litter. And you're a grown-up, you should know that. Keep Troup beautiful.
Littering in Troup County is not a small problem. It's a big one, and we need everyone to do their part.
The City of LaGrange, along with Troup County and the cities of Hogansville and West Point, want to clean up our community.
So please don't trash Troup.
Let's pick it up. Working together, we can keep Troup County a beautiful place to live.
Hello, I'm Susan Cromer, Park Ranger with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers at West Point Lake, reminding you that life jackets save lives. Life jacket loaner stations are located at our campground and beach area gatehouses around the lake. These life jackets are available for you and your family to use at no cost. Please take advantage of this free program and keep a close eye on your children while enjoying yourself at West Point Lake. For more information, please call 706-645-2937.
Nobody wants to be stopped by a law enforcement officer.
Everyone wants to feel safe.
So we've trained our officers to first listen and then explain.
We ask if you have contact with one of our officers, you listen, give him an opportunity to explain, comply with his requests, and if there's a problem, contact us so that we can investigate your complaint.
Listen, explain, comply, then complain.
Our safety and yours matters.